Welcome to this video. In this video, we are trying to cover the Unit 4 Introduction to Python, which is part of the Artificial Intelligence curriculum of Class 9. Here, we will be learning about three types of tokens, that is literals, operators and punctuators. In the previous videos, you must have learned what is a token and the first two types of tokens, that is keywords and identifiers. In the given examples, you can identify that print and input are functions which have got predefined meaning, and name and mark the examples of identifiers which we have used as part of the names of our program. Now, if you want to represent data like 3, 5, etc., we have to take the help of literals. So, what is a literal? A literal is a data item that have fixed values. If you write the data inside a program, you cannot change the data during the execution of the program. Such data that we write inside the program are called literals. Now, Python allows several kinds of literals, and among this, only the first two literals we are going to learn today, that is string literals and numeric literals. Now, what is a string literal? The text that is enclosed in single or double quotes are called string literals. For example, suppose I want to write a message like welcome. You see here, I have enclosed this in double quotes, and in the beginning we have a double quote, at the end also we have a double quote. Or we can use single quotes for representing it. So it is a collection of characters, collection of alphabets. This is an example of a string literal. You can use numbers also as a string literal. If you write numbers inside single quotes or double quotes, that is also known as a string literal. You can say that how do we do print statement? Inside print, you have double quotes welcome, which means that we are trying to print that string literal that is welcome on the screen. This is an example. These are examples of what? String literals, isn't it? So, some special type of characters are also there. You can see non-graphic characters. Now, non-graphic characters are characters which do not have any specific representation on the screen. There is no symbol to represent them on the screen. For example, you consider the case of enter key. What does happen when we press an enter key on the editor? The cursor will come down to the next line, isn't it? But no symbolic representation appears on the screen. Suppose you press character A, then letter A appears on the screen. But when you press enter key, no symbol is appearing on the screen, isn't it? So, to represent such characters in the Python program, we have a concept called non-graphic characters. What is that? It is non-graphic characters. For representing a new line as part of non-graphic character, we use /n. So wherever in the program we want to represent a new line, we write /n. We will do examples and see. We will do some examples in the editor and see. Okay. We will take a Python shell. Here, suppose I'm trying to type a message. Print welcome. You can see how the output is coming, isn't it? Now I am trying to print two lines here. Welcome, and after that in the next line I want to print Python. Welcome. Programming. Welcome to Python programming. Okay. Now how I want to appear this on the screen? I want welcome to on the first line and Python programming in the next line. So to give the next line, I have used /n here. Now you see how it is printed. It is printed in two lines. Welcome to in the first line, then /n is replaced by a new line, and in the next line Python programming has come. Hope you understood that. Okay, so this is an example. /n is an example of non-graphic character. We have some more non-graphic characters like /t and /r and many others are also there. So /n is important, that is why I covered it here. Okay, so this is also an example of string literal because we write it inside single quote or double quote. Hope the concept of string literals is clear. Okay, now we can write strings in two ways, children. That is, we can write single line strings and multi-line strings. For example, in the Python editor, suppose my string is very lengthy. I will take the script view here. I am taking a new file, and I am trying to write a very long sentence. Okay, same. We will write welcome to artificial intelligence for class 9. Okay, now this is a very long string. I have put it in double quotes to indicate that it is a string literal. Okay, now what I should, suppose I want to this, since the line is very lengthy, I want this to appear in the next line. Now if I compile or try to run the program, first I have to save the program. I will give a name and save the program. I have saved the program. Then if it is running, it is telling an error. EOL, that is end of line, is not correct because I have simply pressed an enter key here in the editor. Now this is not possible. Suppose I want to give multiple strings like that. One method is I can put a slash here. Okay, what did I do? I have put a slash here. Okay, now if I run the program, see how the program's output is going to be. It is coming, welcome to artificial intelligence for class 9. Some space is coming. Why the space is coming? Space is coming because we have put space there. We have put left some space here in the beginning, isn't it? Suppose if we avoid that space, then again once we will execute this, now it is coming continuously. Welcome to artificial intelligence for class 9. Okay, so this is one way of typing multiple strings in the editor. Now there is one more method. You can use triple quotes here. Instead of double quotes, we can use triple quotes to indicate multi-line strings. Okay, so there in that case we are not using slash. Now I am executing the program. Check how the output is going to come. Okay, now the output has come in two different lines. Okay, when we have used the triple quotes, the output has come in the same way in which we have written in the editor. Okay, so these are the two ways in which we can represent multi-line strings. Okay, single line strings are there, multi-line strings are there. There are two ways to represent the multi-line string. One is using the slash. When we use slash, the output comes in the same line itself because that new line character is not taken into account. When we are using triple quotes, as we have typed here, wherever we have pressed enter key, that enter key is saved in the output also. Hope you understood the difference of two methods also, and you understood about the concept of string literal. Next is numeric literal. We have three types of literals which are supported in the Python, that is integer, floating point and complex numbers. Integer numbers you may be knowing in Python. In Python we can write positive and negative integers. Floating point is nothing other than decimal point, that is real numbers, numbers with the decimal points. And complex numbers are numbers which we write in the form of a plus bj. Okay, so we will be dealing only with integer and real numbers. So please understand what is meant by integer and what is meant by floating point. That name is important for us. Okay, so these are the two types of literals. Okay, now we will move to the next topic, that is operators. Now operators are symbols which we use for doing some computation. Some calculation if we want to do, we use the symbol, and that symbol is known as an operator. Okay, now two types of operators we can have, that is unary operators and binary operators. In unary operators you have only one data, and in binary operators we have two data. That we will understand when we look into more examples. And based on the type of operations that is being done, different 7 categories of operators are there. Arithmetic operators, relational operators, assignment operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, membership operators, and identity operators. Wide variety of operators are there. We will just learn whatever is important for us. Okay. First, we will learn about arithmetic operators, because you are all very much familiar with all the basic arithmetic operators, isn't it? You know what is plus, minus, division. For a division, you see what is the symbol that is being used? It is slash. Then, to perform multiplication, instead of that into mark, cross mark, we have to use star. Then we have an operator which is called modulus. It looks like percentage, but it doesn't have anything which is related with percentage. This is known as modulus operator. Then floor division operator, and we have last one, that is exponent operator. So these are the category for that. These are the categories of arithmetic operators, in which the first four you will be knowing what is being done. The next three we will learn, that is modulus operator will divide two numbers and it will give the remainder after division. Whereas floor division will divide the number and it will give the integer part of the answer. The exponent will find the value raised to the second number. We will execute and see the examples. In the shell mode, we can execute some examples and see all the arithmetic operators we will do. Okay, now we 3 plus 4. Okay, so addition is being done. 5 minus 3, you get the answer. 5 star, star is for multiplication, we get the answer. Then division is there, no, slash is used for division, so there you get the answer. Please note that when you divide two numbers, the answer that we get is a floating point number, isn't it? Now next operator is modulus operator. Modulus operator will divide the first number by the second number and it will give the remainder that you get. In this case there is no remainder, remainder is 0. Okay, but if you try to divide by 5, in this case you have 2 as a remainder, so 2 will be returned as the answer. Okay, next is floor division operator. It will divide the number, first number by second number, and the integer part will be returned. Only the integer part will be returned. Okay, 5 floor division 2, you get 2.5, but 2 is returned as the answer. This is floor division operator, and we have exponent, that is a star star, isn't it? So the exponent is 3 raised to 2 will be done. 3 exponent 2, it means that 3 raised to 2, that is 9, will be returned. Okay, hope all the arithmetic operators are clear to you. Then we will move on, that is next type of operators is relational operators. Relational operators is used for comparing two values. Whether the value is less than the other, greater than the other, equal to, etc. You know the symbol, these first two symbols are very much familiar to you, less than and greater than. Then for less than or equal to, we have to type the two symbols separately, less than and equal to. Like that, greater than or equal to. And it's very important that when we have to check whether two numbers are equal, you have to use two equal to symbols. And for checking not equal to, there is exclamatory mark and equal to. So these are the relational operators. We will see the examples for this also. We will take another shell environment and then we will execute this, all the operators, all the relational operators. Now in case of relational operators, we get true or false as the answer because we are comparing, no? Suppose we are giving 3, 3 greater than 5. So is this correct? 3 greater than 5 is not correct. So we get the answer as false. Okay. Instead of that, if we give 5 greater than 3, we are going to get true. So when we are using relational operators, we will be getting either true or false as the answer. Okay. So 3 greater than or equal to 3 will give true because it is greater than or equal to any of them. Since they are equal to, it is given as true. Okay. 5 less than or equal to 7 will give true because 5 is less than 7. 3 equal to 3. Both values are equal, so the answer is true. Whereas 3 equal to 4 is false. And 3 not equal to 4 is true because that is not equal to, two values are not equal. And 3 not equal to 3 is false because the values are equal. Okay, so this is how the relational operators work. Please note that they are giving true or false as the answer. And the true or false, F and T are capital letters, that also you have to note. Okay, then moving on to the next type of operators, that is logical operators. We have three logical operators, and, or, and, not. Logical operators are used to connect two relational operators. Mainly they are used for that purpose. In the example you can see here, 3 greater than 6 and 13 less than 60. If both are correct, that is on left hand side and right hand side of and, if both are giving true value, then and will give a true as the answer. In the case of or, what will happen? If any of them is true, then the answer is true. or if both of them are true, then also the answer is true. So when it will be false, when both are false, it will give false as the answer. Okay, so that is, and not is also there, logical not. Now not will just negate the answer. Whatever you get as the answer, if you get true as the answer, then not will give the reverse, that is false as the answer. That also we will try with examples. We will take a new shell, and here we will just type some expressions like 3 greater than 2 and 4 less than 7. You see, both expressions are true, so we get the answer as true. Whereas if any of them is false and you are using AND operator, then the answer is going to be, here you see 3 greater than 2, that is correct. 4, okay, I have used the same expression, sorry. 3, we will make it as 3 less than 2, then you can see the answer is false. Okay, so this is how AND is working. Now in the same case, if you are using OR here, one side is true, so the answer is going to be true, because 4 less than 7 is true, that is why we got the answer as true. Okay, and not also, not has got only one side, that is on right hand side only we have the expression, that is, it means that it is a unary operator. So I am writing like 6 greater than 3. 6 is greater than 3 is true, but not will give the answer as false. Whatever is the answer you get here, the opposite will be returned as the answer. Okay, and one more very important point here, you see, the number 0 is taken as false and all other numbers is taken as a true value by Python. Okay, so wherever you type 0, it is taken as a false value, and wherever you type any other number, that is taken as a true value. That also we will see. For example, I'm giving not of 0, you get true. Why you are getting true? Because 0 is taken as false. Okay, and say not of any other number, it will be giving as false. Okay, and similarly, if you give a write an expression like 0, like for example 0 or um, 5. Okay, I'm writing 0 or 5. Now on the ors, one first side is 0, that is false, but second side is true, 5 is given, so 5 will be written as the answer. Okay, so you can use numbers also on both sides of the logical operators. You can try out with more examples by your own. Then coming to the next type of operator, that is assignment operator. Assignment operator is single equal to. Okay, you can see here that is single equal to. So it's very important to understand the difference of double equal to and single equal to. Double equal to, the name we have learned, it is a relational operator. It is used for equality checking, to check whether two numbers are equal or not. Whereas single equal to is known as an assignment operator. Now this assignment operator will take the value from the left hand side and save it on the right hand side. Okay, sorry, take the value from right hand side and save it on the left hand side. For example, if you write a is equal to 5 in the memory location a, this value 5 is going to be saved. Okay, that is the use of assignment operator. Now suppose you have some expression like a is equal to a plus 1. You see here, we are trying to change the same memory location. Already we have saved 5 here. This 5 has to be taken and then 1 has to be added, and the new value 6 has to be written in this location instead of 5, isn't it? So now a becomes 6. So the expression of the form a is equal to a plus 1 can be written as a plus equal to 1. So this is a new type of operator. This is known as shorthand operator or augmented assignment operator. Shorthand operator. For example, the expression like a is equal to a star 5 can be written as a star equal to 5. Okay, so this is a shorthand operator or augmented assignment operator. So here you can see slash equal to, plus equal to, star equal to, modulus equal to, all arithmetic operators we can have this form. Okay, so that is about operators. We have learned about how many types of operators we have learned. Arithmetic operators we have covered, relational operators we have covered, and then logical operators and assignment operators. Okay, now next token that we are going to have is punctuator. Okay, punctuator means it is the symbols that are used to represent different types of like how to denote the starting delimiter, okay, starting and ending of a particular type of data. How will we denote that? For that we use, for example, string literal we have used a single quotes, isn't it, or double quotes, isn't it? So that is an example of a punctuator. You have brackets in print statement, we use brackets, so bracket is an example of punctuator. Okay, so operators, or in operator precedent, see, for example, you see when we are having many operators together in a single expression, in that case there is some rule for taking which has to be done first. Okay, so whatever we have learned, you see exponent is having the highest priority, then star, slash, modulus, floor division are there, then you have addition, subtraction, after that you have relational operators here. Okay, then at the end you have logical operators. So this is the order in which we should perform the arithmetic all types of operators when we have more number of operators in a single statement. Okay, so that we have completed the concept of literals, operators and punctuators. Hope it is clear to you. You can have some examples also here. You can see, try to solve those examples. Try to do it manually first and then verify it in the Python environment and check whether you are getting the correct answers. And here are your answers. Please verify whether you are getting the same answers. Okay, thank you for watching the video.